Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout London. Well, we are here at the Victoria and Albert Museum. I teleported here because I thought going right by the Natural History Museum might not be the best move, given how trigger-happy the robots around here are. But I am now wearing my fancy duds appropriated from Tenpenny, who really shouldn't have still been where we found him, but mission accomplished. I have a monocle, I have a bowler. I have a fancy outfit that makes me look like I am one of the manor born. So now we can meet up with Guinevere and infiltrate this fancy party. And yeah, I probably could have just teleported safely there, but never mind. Now, I did play ahead a bit, and this little section is not that laggy despite the large number of characters compressed into a fairly small space. Problem is, it's way too easy to wander ahead of where you're supposed to go first. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that anyway, just to show you the detail that went into this one location, and again drive home the point that I love this mod. It's great. It is well in keeping with the spirit of the original games, and the lore fits perfectly into the established Fallout setting, but there are a few bits where it could have been better implemented in triggering stuff. For instance, we can come upstairs.
Oh, don't ask me. I'm just here for as much free food as I can carry.
Publish, publish, publish. That's all my supervisor wants me to do. What if I want to keep my thoughts to myself, eh? What about that, Professor?
So yeah, seeing this staircase, we're just automatically soon be heading up here.
Proud of me.
And there's somebody, Patricia.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much in the way of conversation.
I've never understood why some people insist on dancing at these events. It just ruins the rhythm of the conversation.
And some of them are wearing masks, which makes me wonder, oh, is this going to turn into one of those eyes wide shut, creepy, sexy rich person parties?
I wonder if they'll have any breakthroughs in curing my hangover. That would be a true scientific achievement.
So yeah, a bunch of fancy dressed people, but terrible conversation. Sounds like every fancy shindig I've ever been to.
Fundraising season. The time of the year where we beg for money in the name of science.
Fundraising season. The time of the year where we beg for money in the name of science.
I've signed an NDA. That means I don't have to talk to the likes of you.
They say that the most important target for a researcher is love for their subject. It's only now that I've committed to writing a PhD that I realize what my true passions are.
The joys of academia. Everybody's talking, no one's listening.
That's fair.
I'm excited to see the silent auction items. I always bid a penny on everything in case I'm the only bidder. Who on earth would want to host North's research? I imagine a single publication from him would crater a ref score.
Who on earth would want to host North's research? I'd imagine a single publication from him would crater a ref score.
And there's a sentry here, and hey, a dog. A dog we cannot interact with. And we can go up here without complaint into this private area that is clearly meant to be out of bounds. Oh, and here's the key of the basement. Let's go ahead and raid the medical kit and take the napkin. Laundered blue dress. Heck, you could have come up here and gotten a fancy outfit. Ooh, pith helmet. And for some reason, it's not technically theft. Although for some weird reason, putting on the pith helmet makes my hair disappear. But okay, we'll go with that. Probably best to keep my hair hidden. And let's see, some tickets. Yeah, I'll take the picture frame, why not? And it looks like there's nothing incriminating on the computer.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
Wow, we're hearing that woman in the bathroom from a floor up. Must be very thin walls. But yeah, admittedly, as an academic, I tend to spin my files the same way, but I would not expect to see them out in the hallway or on the floor at a party. Okay, so we've explored the entire upstairs area. We now have this crammed party room here. And nobody here is talking. And here is Mr. North, our host. Also not saying anything. In fact, none of these people are saying anything at all. George the butler, being very quiet about his butling. But we come back here, and there's Guinevere. She cleans up pretty nice.
I don't know what you know about Dr. North, but he's the poster boy of why I fight for London. He used to lead the Reformist Party, can you believe that? Well, he was more like their jester. I've been in Westminster my whole life, and I can't think of a single instance where he took his job seriously. Absolutely zero political motivation. Il est fils de pute in every conceivable way. While some of us work to better ourselves and our fellow man, he bettered his dinner menu. But, somehow, he's an associate of the newly appointed Lord Chancellor, Smythe. Even more of a poot than North. And that association is why you're here, because Horatio is likely to show his ugly face. Okay, here's the plan. North is one of the only people with Westminster's defence plans. They're always secured in his breast pocket. Horatio is going to be skulking about since he's technically banned. You tail North and throw suspicion off of me, all while finding out where he's to meet Horatio. Plant these surveillance devices while you're at it. Even if one of us slips up, we might still make this a success. Meet back up with me once you know something.
Alright, so plant some surveillance devices, and hey, I pawned the key,
It
and
must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
I'll bet Patricia's important somehow because I keep managing to hear her from down here or upstairs. And yeah, it looks like the caterer is having a bit of a breakdown. Alright, well there's Mr. North.
People have a negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
It looks like I'm supposed to talk to the butler first.
Oh no, I've lost the keys to the rad filter system.
I can help get it open.
There is a god. The new Chancellor won't toss me out now.
You discreetly hide the surveillance in the filter system. And okay, there he goes. Aha, a Cthulhu, but we don't need those anymore. Yeah, just need to use the restroom.
Who puts a telescreen in the bathroom? How ghastly.
Charisma, you're totally right. This shouldn't be in here. Let me mess around with the circuitry.
Very good idea. It isn't proper to have a telescreen in here. Do what you must. If I see one more up-and-comer peasant, I'll go mad.
And the final one involves...
He's on duty. No petting allowed, I'm afraid.
agility. Not sure why it's agility, but dogs love me.
Seems Miles is no exception.
Hello? I told you not to call me here. Yes, I know exactly who you work for, you pompous... No, don't you dare make a move without my express... Just wait right where you are. No, actually, don't wait there. You're too high profile. Meet me at the train wreck downtown. We'll discuss this in person, like civilized... What did you just call me? Hello? Hello? That arrogant weasel. I ought to just leave him to the radroaches for a minute. I'll just center myself and then deal with another one of his messes.
Okay, it was some conversation. Not sneaking around.
Geharis, you're back already.
Don't use my code name around the gentry. North is moving.
He can't be allowed to leave, not yet. But I'll bet he's leaving to meet Horatio. You go find Horatio. I'll keep North busy. But hurry, I can buy you a head start, but that's all.
Alright, so find Horatio at the train wreck site. And we're going to go ahead and run there, since I finally remembered that you can sprint in this game. Oh, and just saving because it would be really inconvenient to have the game crash at this
Maybe I'll
point.
visit outside the walls sometime. See how the other half live.
I don't know if this is any faster than just trying to fast travel there, but I think it is a little bit more visually interesting. And who knows, maybe we'll run into a Cavalier or Roundhead fight.
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
Ah, looks like we have a couple of the local Nazis about. Well, best to make sure I've got an appropriate weapon at hand. Actually do have the laser rifle ready, but I was thinking...
That you, Dr. North?
Yes, it is I, Dr. North.
You sound nothing like that grimy doctor. We're being attacked.
But I'm not wearing my armor-proof suit, so better pop a few stim packs really quick. Oh, you don't want to do fisticuffs? That's fine. I can do guns too.
Fuck! Kill him! Fuck it! Medic! One of us will be 10 of yours. Brave scum. Cover you in lime.
Okay, get the evidence from Horatio, and I just completely atomized that one. Well, it looked like I atomized him, but no, that's two separate bodies. And he's still alive and all that.
Wait, please. Whatever you want, it's yours. Just name it.
Information.
Yes, of course. I know all kinds of things you might want.
Who's your spy in the Tommies?
Some bigwig named Allen. Major Jonathan Allen. We turned him a long time ago. Feeds us info, takes care of problems for us. Whatever we need.
Why should I believe anything you say right now?
I can prove it.
Troop readiness report added. Using your only leverage. Time to die.
Bastard. Bastard. You killed me.
Ack, I'm slain. Oh, and he specifically has a covert operative outfit, which gives increased agility and not too bad damage resistance. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take everything. Leave these headless, naked bodies here to arouse suspicion. I mean, they're Nazis. It's more than likely they'd wind up being found in a... I don't think I saw this pub before. When did this get here? May have been in one of the updates. Anyway, as I was about to jokingly say, they're Nazis. It was more than likely they'd be found dead in a homosexual, murder-suicide tryst eventually anyway. But that is neither here nor there. So now we're going to run back to Guinevere. Again, pretty sure this is faster than doing the fast travel option, weirdly enough. Oh, and... yeah, we remember this area, don't we?
Well, Gaheris, I'd call this night a success.
Well, it's not really night just yet, but yeah, I'd say that too. Sounds like you were successful too.
Dr. North ran into a little bit of trouble when he left the party. Police may have received an anonymous tip about a rendezvous. Association with undesirables is an imprisonable offence if you didn't know, and now Dr. North knows it too. But before they gave him shiny new bracelets, he struggled, and as the upstanding citizen that I am, I helped pin him down. And those plans in his breast pocket just slid right into my hands. See you around, Gaheris. I've got a party behind me, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate the downfall of the gentry than by drinking all their booze right in front of them.
Alright, so that leaves me needing to go report to Colonel George Major, which is going to necessitate a fast travel trip. Yeah, I did select the Imperial War Museum exit, but he's probably still camped out with Arthur. But even so, I think if we exit from the Imperial War Museum, that'll put us fairly close to the camp. And a little faster than waiting for this load and then having to wait for the load heading into Eastminster. And first things first. I'm going to get back into my Camelot duds. And we're waiting a bit more. Okay, yeah, actually, the camp's a little bit further south. I remembered it being closer to Tommy headquarters, but my apologies for that. Still, I promise the payoff will be worth it.
Britannia.
Alright, there we go. Arthur and the Colonel.
Your knight returns, Arthur.
Gaheris,
What news?
Horatio told me all about the spy.
Any man can name names under duress. That doesn't make it true. Show me proof, and then we'll talk.
I have proof of the spy.
This is... Men, arrest Major Jonathan Allen. He is to stand trial for espionage and treason.
So, you've read my report, Colonel. I won't hide it. Yes, I support the Fifth Column. We all should. The Tommies were formed to protect Old Blighty. That was our mission, from the Queen herself. And for years we've listened to the people claiming to be her mouthpiece. But are they? Would the Queen leave us in such a state? There is no law and order. There is no safety in her kingdom. Hooligans run around like petulant children, and the gentry tolerate it, all because it doesn't affect their tea time. Eve was born to a gentry father, but not a gentry mother, and for that, she was cast out and shamed. That is the world the gentry have built. A world of slaves and masters. And we are not slaves. We will never be slaves to lazy politicians. So don't fight for someone who wouldn't fight for you. We are better than dogs for the gentry to kick. Old Blighty is better than a pool for them to piss in. The Fifth Column is the future. A bright and proud future. Join me. Stand up. For London.
What you say is not wrong, Major, but it's a half-truth. You're right. The gentry do not care for anyone other than the gentry. But the same is true for the column. How many of you have seen firsthand their brutality? Daughters ripped from mothers' arms because they existed where the column marched. Is existence a crime? Both the gentry and the column argue, yes. But anyone with half a heart knows that can't be our future. We are a people. One people. We are all worth fighting for. Major Allen's honeyed words can't mask the vinegar. He would watch us gag on our own blood just as much as the gentry would. We're not asking you to fight beside us. Only give old Blighty the chance she deserves. You know the gentry are against us all, and deep in your heart, you know the column is too. So stand aside. Let peace win today. Not the kind won from violence, but the kind won from civil words. Because isn't that what we all want? A return to civility. Stand aside and win. Stand aside so we can all win. All peoples of Blighty. It is your choice if London can shine once more. Stand aside and let peace shine. This is what your Queen commanded. Ensure the peace. I beg of you. Follow your Queen's order. Let peace prevail.
Major Jonathan Allen, you have confessed to your crimes before your peers. I hereby strip you of your title and commend you to the court-martial for sentencing. Put him in a cell beside the other traitor. Mind the gap and all that.
You've done well, Gaheris. We've won a major victory today. But our day isn't over. We've won peace with the Tommies, but we can't keep this from the column. 2 spies removed, they're practically abandoning Westminster, and they're clearly not raising arms against us. They will know of this pact of non-aggression within days. I'm sending you to Cable Street. Bedivere is there. We need to take the fight to the column. Camelot can't take another assault. She is up on a lookout point opposite their headquarters, accessible via the Jack the Ripper Museum. Go. With one more push, we can topple an empire and rebuild old Blighty as she once was. I'm counting on you, Gaheris.
All right. So that completed the King's speech. We got a little bit of XP out of it. And we are now ready to begin a new mission. Cable Street Woes. So next time we will pick up at the lookout point. I won't make you watch me go through the Jack the Ripper Museum because we already did, and it turns out that's just a prelude to the meetup point with Bedivere. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue the liberation of London next time.